Freedom Fighter Radio. What is up? Woo!
Shout out to Freedom Fighter Radio. And Joe, you're doing great work, brother, and I love it. All right? Always.
Make sure you listen to the Freedom Fighter Radio on the Ordinary Show.
I'm on Freedom Fighter Radio on the Ordinary Joe Show. That's quite a mouthful.
Yes. Hey guys, this is Chris Sky. Listen to Freedom Fighter Radio. They're here today, back in the blue, and so am I.
Please consider supporting the OJTV production costs and be an insider member for only $3 a month. Go to patreon.com/OJTV Canada. Thank you for your continued support.
Canadians all across the country are sick and tired of the lies, the fear-mongering, and the hate speech they hear from the mainstream media. Download the free radio app, Freedom Fighter Radio. Click the link below, scan our QR code, join our mailing list, and get a free download of our Freedom Fighter Radio app only here on OJTV on The Ordinary Joe Show.
It's Freedom Fighter Radio coming to you live from the heart of the Great White North, the heart of the true North, strong and free. I'm your host, Ordinary Joe. We are broadcasting live from the Eastern Standard Time Zone. The time is 6:18 p.m. We have a special guest today who is a returning guest. And if I can, how's my camera, folks? Oh, I like. There you go, folks. We are back online. Apologies for starting late. We had a little bit of issues here that I'm trying. It's usually technical issues, both of the gear and of the host. I do have some technical issues with my medical situation sometimes. I really don't want to collapse. You know what I'm going to do, folks? Next time I am in a hot shower, I'm just going to bring a cold sugary drink inside the shower. And if in case I feel like my blood sugar is just dropping so low, I'm just going to drink a big glass of sugary drink. Folks, if you haven't seen my episode this morning, my morning after rush morning vlog, I was talking about how every we want to make this platform a free speech platform. And whoever comes to the podcaster and say, I got something that I think the community needs to know. I got some information and I got something that, I want to get off my chest. And it's relevant. It's important. It's to give the entire community a perspective of where we are as a freedom community in Canada. I will give those people platforms and voice to be heard. Now, let me warn you, I think some of the truth that our special guest will be sharing tonight will be stepping on some people's toes. And it might be stepping on some of the toes of those I consider dear friends in the movement. But here's my thoughts about free speech. Free speech is equally, I think everybody has equal rights to free speech. Everybody can have free speech. I'm not a free speech absolutist, like I said this morning. But the only thing that I will not be, adhering to certain free speech is maybe blasphemy unto the Lord, unto especially the Holy Spirit. I wouldn't go with that kind of free speech, and I will also not go with like witchcraft chanting or murderous language to to hate on certain people that can cause bodily harm. Those are the only things. But compared to a free speech absolutist, I'm almost there. I would say I'm 98%. So to all of my friends who might, during the course of this podcast, might think that your toes have been stepped on with some of the truth that our special guest is going to deliver tonight, the answer to maybe unagreeable free speech is more free speech. So if you think, if our guest will be saying something that kind of assault your truth, or kind of is not in line with what your mentality or your truth is, then come on the show. Come on to the show and explain your side. Everybody is welcome to come here and show their side of the story, in case it is you feel like it is lying about you, or deceiving the truth in your behalf. So, without much further ado, we are going to bring in our special guest today. Mr. Chad Eros was the former treasurer and accountant of Freedom Corp. He is actually the one who registered Freedom Corp and incorporated it. So without much further ado, oh, by the way, before I bring him in, we are on Rumble, we are on Twitter, we are on YouTube, and we are in one channel on Facebook. Just one channel tonight, because Facebook has not been treating us well, and we might even cancel Facebook in middle of the show and invite you guys to come over to Rumble, since Facebook has been shadow banning us for heavily for the past few days. But it might be a good opportunity. We are also on the Freedom Fighter Radio app, and I would like to take this opportunity to encourage you to download the Freedom Fighter Radio app. Sign up for it, www.ojtv.ca, because one of these days they will just totally cancel our free speech, but we will be able to continue to connect with you through our Freedom Fighter Radio app. Without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Chad Eros. Chad Eros on the Freedom Fighter Radio. How are you doing, brother? Welcome.
Good. How are you doing? I'm just trying to catch up on what's going on in our world. There's a lot of trouble, but there's a lot of love and good, and people standing up for what's right as well. So
there is. We are in a precipice of either like a fork in the road. Either we go to full dystopian tyranny, or we go to a renaissance. You spoke to me last night. We chatted for a long time, Chad.
Yep.
And I would like to kind of open this discussion. Maybe a good icebreaker is to tell us again, because with what I understand, Tamerlich requested you to come and give her aid when she felt like vultures are hovering around her. Come over, Chad, to Ottawa. Help protect me from the vultures hovering around me and above me, because you were an accountant and you might be able to help her legalizing and putting in place the proper order for the finances of the two fundraisers, Gives and Go and GoFundMe, that is now up to 24 million, I think is what it came up to. But at the end, you were not included, even though you played a very important key role in the beginning of the convoy, Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. At the end, you were not invited, or your name was left out, and you were fired first, and then your name was left out to testify at the inquiry of the Emergency Act. So maybe we can start with that and then go wherever you want to go from that point.
Yeah, well, I'll just help you. I think you still got the sound effects on with the people cheering. You might want to turn that on.
Is there still cheering?
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
Sounds fun though.
There's
Sounds
cheering.
like they're cheering for me. While
What about now? Did it went away?
No, you still got the cheering and the background intro stuff going on.
Okay, let me take off one. There's a new gadget that I plug in. It seems like 2 days ago I also have some audiobook talking on top of my voice when I was doing a live cast. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
What about now? Can you hear me well?
I can hear you, but
The cheering still
uh,
there?
the background music's still playing. Let me just hear.
There's a
Yeah.
little, there's a faint background music, and that's fading away now. All right, go for it, Chad.
Okay. So just to clarify some stuff here. So the GoFundMe fundraiser raised $10 million, and then it got shut down. Everyone's money got refunded, and then a new fundraiser started and under Give Send Go, and that raised about a little over $12 million. So, and then a lot of people's money got refunded, but about $3.7 million didn't get refunded, and that's because there was a Canadian payment processor being used for part of the fundraising campaign, and those funds got frozen in Canada. And um, you still got like the hip hop music going on, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Really? Where is it
I don't
coming?
know if the viewers can hear it. Maybe if there's a viewer in the can someone
I,
send a comment
I cannot
in?
hear it from my side. I cannot hear it from my side, but I don't know.
Unless
Is it loud on your side?
yeah, it's pretty loud. Like
Really?
you're full on. Maybe I'm the only one that can hear it, but
Are you sure it's not coming from your computer?
well,
It sounds like the
I
intro.
I'm gonna close.
What's going on? I don't know. Well, I cannot
I'm
hear it
just.
from my side. I don't know why.
It's super. It was super. I'm just closing all of my browsers.
All right, because I turn off all of the volume that is not my mic or your mic. Lisa Quinn says can't hear the music. See, maybe
Okay,
it's you.
I'm gonna
And
I'm gonna come back in. Okay,
all right, all right.
I'll come right.
Okay, folks. So our special guest Chad was hearing some loud music, and Lisa Quinn and Cassandra Suzanne was saying that they don't hear the music, and I don't hear it from my side either. So it might be just his computer. And folks, just continue on while we're waiting for Chad to come back. I like to clarify when I was listening to, or actually we're chatting, so it's all recorded on chat. But everything that Chad was sharing with me, and some of them are very incriminating. And like I said this morning, everybody wants to talk to the podcaster. It's in today's world, in the digital world where we live in. I think the modern day bartender, or in our culture in the Philippines, we usually talk to the barber. It's usually the barber gets the ear of everybody in town. So, hairdressers, parlors, barbers, usually those are places of gossiping. But if you can trust your barber in the Philippines, you can. There you go. I think Chad is back. So I am not privy to share everything he shared with me, and so other people, just like James Bowder, also have a lot of things that he shared to me privately. I won't share any of those unless they want it shared. I will invite them to share it themselves. So back to the show, Mr. Chad Eros. How is it now? Do you hear any more music?
No, I don't. Thank
All
goodness.
right.
Yeah, it was like a full on rave.
Really? What?
Anyways,
So do you think it was then from your computer then? Because the audiences were saying they don't hear the music.
well, I'm using my cell phone, and I was logged in about 10 minutes probably before them, and maybe it just continued to carry on.
Yep. All right.
Anyway, whatever. It's
Anyways,
just
it's gone.
technical stuff. So you said there was $24 million raised. That kind of is true. Like
Yeah.
there was about like close to half a million raised in e-transfers, over 10 million in GoFundMe, and then over 12 million in Give Send Go. So pretty close.
Okay.
But all on separate occasions, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, you're alluding to a little bit of controversy, and I was okay with just letting sleeping dogs lie and not
Not
talking
with them.
about, yeah, not like you, like there's no reason to get controversial or pick a fight or anything like that. But I started to see people commenting on saying silly things like there's a bunch of people that are divisive, and there's a bunch of people that are that are jealous of people who are getting the limelight, and they're just a bunch of petty, jealous, immature people, and that's why they complain, and that's why they are so they're these bad divisive people. And then I kind of saw someone my name was mentioned, and it kind of riled up some hostility in them, and I just thought, that's odd. I do know that behind the scenes things have not gone well, um, and yeah, I'm not with Freedom 2022 Human Rights and Freedoms anymore. You're right, Joe. I was asked by Tamara to come out and help protect her and the fundraiser, and basically help protect the cause from like predatory or vulture like um, actions by people. And so I was trusted to do that, and I didn't I never let go of that role until I was pushed out. Some of And I believe that I was pushed out because some of my questions made people uncomfortable, and they wanted me gone, which is it's unfortunate. It's, people make their decisions, people do what they do, they say what they say, and then they got to live with it. And the part of the consequence of doing what you do and saying what you say is